Well, the 9 days go quick. You think, oh, well, a couple of days in Valencia 9 times. You think, oh, it's plenty of time. But as we know, these motorcycles are very sophisticated, and there's so much you can change with chassis, electronics, also for the rider to learn and to adapt, tires. So they've went quick. If I'm honest, we're not as close as I'd hoped we'd be. I certainly expected that we would be a lot more competitive than we are now. So we have a lot of work to do, and we got to keep building. Well, it was great to get back on a Honda. I mean, I had a great career at Honda, some good results at Honda, and it was very interesting to get back the feeling of the chassis. Also working with a new team, which takes time, and certainly is a different bike. We realized that the bike is not as much power as we'd hoped. We expected to be much closer to the factory bikes in terms of acceleration and top speed. So we're suffering quite a lot, much more than we expected. So I think that's the area where we need to improve the bike. And then for me, I think I need to improve more on corner entry, especially in the braking, and take advantage of how good and how late you can brake with the Honda. And that's where I'm focusing my personal efforts toward. You know, it takes time. You know, it's coming. The team is not something you develop overnight. It's like a bike. You know, it really takes time to learn that chemistry, the language. Had a little taking more time because obviously I speak English. I speak slang English at that. So we've needed a little bit of time, and the first few days were a bit hard, but definitely that's been getting a lot better. And I like the team. I really do. I see guys really motivated and really passionate. So of course you don't develop, like I said, the chemistry overnight, but we're on our way. It's great to be on a Honda. I mean, we know what Honda's capable of, so we hope that with some more time they will, you know, improve the bike and give us more what we were expecting, because we thought this bike was going to be very close to the factory bikes, which we realized, especially on the long straightaways in Sepang, that it's not there. But I trust in Honda. I know what they told me before the season started and when we were negotiating, so I got a lot of confidence that they will come through. And you know, it's great to be with that company. They have so much power, so many resources, and it's a good group of guys. So it's a good opportunity for me. Also, American Honda has been a big supporter of mine, and to have them also supporting the team is really nice for me. Yeah, oh yeah, of course. The first race is amazing, especially being under the lights in Qatar is really nice. Of course, I wish, you know, we were closer to the front, but you know, this is the reality at the moment. Of course, you know, there's always more things you could test, settings, check, but for the most part, I think we've did all the work that we really, you know, the important stuff, and now it's time to line up and go racing. So we know it won't be an easy challenge, but I got a lot of great support from a lot of loyal fans, and you know, I'm ready to start this new challenge with the new team, a new bike, a new sponsor. It's an exciting time for me and exciting time for the team, so see what happens. Well, my objective is for sure is to, you know, be competitive. So, you know, testing we've seen we're not that competitive, and the gap is really big. So I'll certainly be disappointed if we end the season like that. Well, in theory, I think it's a good idea, but now I guess it maybe didn't turn out as what we hoped at the moment. You know, and this concept may be open to factory too, I think is not good. I mean, for this, I love MotoGP. I hear the fans. They're not happy. They're confusing. It's confusing for even me and the team. We were talking about it this morning with some of the guys on the team. And, wait, but who gets 22.5 liter? You know, is a bit too many rules and a bit confusing. So I hope we can sort this out and make it good for everyone. And obviously, when everybody is using controlled ECUs, I hope that they can control better the regulations and make better racing. So at the moment, it's not. I think is going to be a real easy transition. Well, I'm not really a gambler, so I'm probably not going to put any money down. I mean, obviously Marquez is the guy who won the title. We got to see how much he improves from his rookie year. I mean, for our sake, let's hope he don't do much improvements and certainly not get faster, and certainly not get he'll be more dangerous. So at the moment, he's the guy with the title. Till someone goes and takes it, I think he's still the favorite. But as we've seen in testing this year, it's been really interesting. A lot of, he's been out for some testing, so it makes things look different, because when he was there, he was fastest all 3 days. But regardless, we see a lot of different bikes going fast, also on the different tracks. I think the class situation maybe is confusing for some people, but it looks like I think there could be a lot better racing than in the last couple of years, especially, outside the top 3. So we just got to do our work and try to be there soon. I had a good feeling with Aspar as soon as I met with those guys, so that's why, I chose that way. They've been around a long time, have a great tradition and great history in this paddock, and you can see why they've achieved the results they have. It's not by accident. They're focused and work hard. Yeah, Drive is a new sponsor, and it's great for MotoGP to have a really big company, also one not based in Europe, a company from Asia, where we see MotoGP is growing a lot in that part of the world. The crowd in Malaysia, especially the last 3 or 4 years, has just gotten bigger and bigger, and races sold out. I went to Jakarta last year, and that part of the world is really hungry for MotoGP. So hopefully this sponsor is here to stay, and they'll be good for a long time. So I want to do my part, represent them in a good way, and hopefully, most importantly, get them some results that they can be proud of and can get them some credibility.